Awareness is the first breakthrough before detoxing. We must first recognize how deeply social media shapes our thoughts, emotions, and time. Awareness is where change begins. I want to take a moment and speak directly to you, not as someone who's figured it all out, but as someone who's walked through the fog and come out a little clearer. Let's be honest. We scroll without thinking. We like things without feeling. We watch people's lives unfold, comparing, wishing, judging, dreaming, all in milliseconds. But let me ask you something raw, something honest asterisk. When was the last time you truly paid attention to what it's doing to you asterisk? Not just your time, but your emotions, your identity, your sense of worth. Awareness is not this dramatic, overnight revolution. It's a quiet moment, a deep breath, a realization that something isn't sitting right. It's when you catch yourself opening Instagram for the 5th time in 10 minutes and whisper, "Why am I doing this?" It's when you notice your mood sinking after seeing someone else's perfect post. It's when you feel that tiny pull, the one that says, "Maybe this isn't healthy." That moment right there is the crack where the light gets in. That's the beginning of your breakthrough. When I went through my own reset, I didn't start by deleting apps or throwing my phone into a drawer. I started by asking questions. Why do I reach for my phone the moment I feel bored? Why do I feel less than after seeing someone else succeed? Why does this device have so much power over how I feel? That's where the truth started bubbling up, not to shame me, but to show me that I was handing over my peace in exchange for pixels. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. You see, social media isn't inherently evil. It's a tool, but tools can build or destroy depending on how you use them. And somewhere along the way, we stopped using it, and it started using us. It's like autopilot kicked in, and we just let it fly the plane. We're checking for notifications like they're oxygen. We're counting likes like they measure our worth, and I get it. That little red dot, it's designed to hook you. It's not your fault that you got caught in it. But it is your responsibility to wake up to it. I'm not saying this from a mountaintop. I've felt it too, that weird hollowness after too much scrolling, that disconnect from reality, from my own body, from people right in front of me. And it was in one of those moments that I literally paused and said out loud, "Amy, this is not how you're meant to live." That was the turning point. That was my asterisk awareness, and that's all it takes. Not perfection, not some grand digital exodus, just a asterisk pause asterisk with purpose. Once you become aware, you take your power back. You start noticing when you're slipping. You feel the difference between scrolling and living. And suddenly, you have a choice again. That's the most empowering thing. You get to choose. You get to say, "No, I don't need to check my phone right now. I'm going to sit with myself instead." You get to catch yourself, and that moment is golden. That moment is the spark that can light up your entire sense of control. It's not about being against technology. It's about being asterisk for asterisk your mental health, for your clarity, for your peace. And if we don't slow down and really see what's going on, we'll keep spiraling, convinced that this is just how life is now. But no, you are not here to be a consumer of other people's lives. You are here to live yours, fully, consciously, proudly, and it starts with that one moment of awareness, that one brave second where you say, "This isn't serving me," because when you name it, you claim it. And when you claim it, you can change it. Let me know if you'd like this expanded into a video script F, audio narration F, or motivational real captions F. What are you really escaping? Often, social media fills a void loneliness, fear of missing out, insecurity. A detox isn't just about screens. It's about facing ourselves honestly. Let's get brutally honest for a second. Most of us don't even realize what we're really running from when we reach for our phones. We say we're bored. We say we're catching up. We say we're just checking something. But if you slow it down and really pay attention, you'll see it clear as day. A lot of times we're not escaping boredom, we're escaping ourselves. That's the real truth that hurts a little when you say it out loud. but it's also the truth that can set you free. You don't scroll for hours because you're lazy. You do it because it numbs something. Maybe it numbs the ache of loneliness. Maybe it dulls the sting of not feeling good enough. Maybe it helps you avoid the hard questions like, why am I feeling disconnected from my life? Or what do I actually want? I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you see it. Because once you see it, everything starts to shift. When I caught myself doing it, I didn't like what I saw. I'd been through massive challenges, losing both my legs, rebuilding my life, finding new purpose, and yet there I was, getting pulled into a hole of comparison and digital distraction. I had to look myself in the eye and ask, what are you afraid to feel right now? And it was such a powerful question, because suddenly the phone wasn't the villain asterisk, my avoidance asterisk was. And that's where the real detox work begins. You can delete every app and still feel trapped if you don't address the wound underneath. You can put your phone in another room, but your mind will still wander to it if it's your only coping mechanism. The detox isn't just about disconnecting from the device, it's about reconnecting with the parts of yourself that you've been avoiding, the silence, the stillness, the messiness, the uncertainty. It's about facing your own heart without a filter, without a feed, without a distraction. I know that's not easy. I know it's scary, because the moment we put the phone down, we hear everything we've been ignoring. We hear the fear, the self-doubt, the anxiety, the longing. But I want you to hear me on this asterisk. You are strong enough to face it, asterisk. You don't need a screen to protect you from your truth. Your truth will not destroy you. It will asterisk heal asterisk you, but you have to let it speak. Social media gave us a way to hide in plain sight. We can look productive, connected, even happy all while quietly falling apart inside. That's not living. That's performing, and you were not born to perform. You were born to feel, to heal, to grow, to rise. So if you feel that pull to scroll when you're upset or overwhelmed, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what am I really avoiding right now? That question alone can change your life. It might be sadness. It might be a hard decision you've been putting off. It might be the realization that your life doesn't feel aligned. That's okay, that's where the power lies, because when you finally turn toward those feelings instead of away from them, you stop giving your power to a screen. You stop letting algorithms decide how you feel today. You stop settling for likes and start looking for asterisk truth asterisk. And the truth is you are not broken, you are not behind, you are not alone. You're just overwhelmed, overstimulated, and underconnected to your own heart. But you can come home to yourself one moment at a time. You can breathe through the discomfort and remind yourself, I am safe here. I don't need to run from this. I can feel this. And that is the beginning of your real freedom. That's the detox that changes everything. Let me know if you'd like a spoken, word version F, cinematic edit script F, or short caption format F for social use. Redefine connection. Don't reject it. Disconnecting doesn't mean isolating. It means redefining what connection truly means: presence, authenticity, and meaningful interaction. Let's clear something up right now. Detoxing from social media does asterisk not asterisk mean you have to disappear from the world. It doesn't mean going off the grid, living in a cabin, and cutting ties with everyone you care about. No, that's not what this is about. This is about asterisk asterisk, redefining asterisk asterisk, what connection really means, not rejecting it. Because what we've been calling connection, it's often just noise. Notifications, highlight reels, shallow interactions. It's like eating candy when your soul is starving for a real meal. It tastes sweet for a second, but it never fills you. And deep down, asterisk, you know that asterisk. I remember feeling this weird paradox. I was connected to thousands of people online, yet somehow I was lonelier than ever. Isn't that wild? A device that promises to bring us together can quietly pull us further apart. And I had to ask myself, what kind of connection am I really craving? The kind where someone likes a photo of my life, or the kind where someone sits across from me, looks me in the eye and says, how are you really? Because that second kind, that's the kind that asterisk heals asterisk. That's the kind that lasts. When we step back from social media, even for a short time, we start to feel again. We notice who checks in without needing a status update. We realize how good it feels to hear someone's voice instead of reading a caption. We start remembering how to be fully with people without a filter, without interruptions, without trying to make every moment worthy. And while that kind of presence, that's the real gold, that's the kind of connection your heart has been begging for. So no, this isn't about rejecting people. It's about reclaiming realness. It's about reaching for something deeper. Let me say this directly. You don't need to prove your life is amazing online in order for it to be amazing. Some of the most meaningful, breathtaking moments of your life will never be seen by anyone else. And that doesn't make them less valuable, it makes them sacred. Imagine how freeing that is. Imagine living for the moment instead of the memory. You know what happens when you redefine connection. You start seeing people differently. You start reaching out not for validation, but for conversation. You start listening not to reply, but to understand and suddenly everything softens, your relationships deepen, your attention sharpens. Your energy returns to the room you're in not the screen you're staring at. That's when life gets real again, and you deserve that. I've seen people go on social media detoxes and rediscover their creativity. They picked up old hobbies, they wrote letters, they called their moms, they played music, they walked barefoot in the grass, and do you know what they all said? I feel human again. Isn't that the goal? Not to become perfect or polished or popular, but to come back to yourself, to reconnect with your actual life, not the curated version, the real one. You don't have to explain your detox to anyone. You don't owe the world an update every time you take a breath. You just have to listen to your own inner voice, and if it's whispering, I miss real connection, then honor that, because no number of likes will ever replace the feeling of being truly seen, truly loved, and truly present. That is the kind of connection that doesn't drain you, it fuels you. It fills you. It reminds you that you are already enough. With or without a single follower, let me know if you want this turned into a motivational video script real voiceover version or interactive workshop activity The fear of missing out vs. The power of being present FOMO is real, but so is the peace that comes from being fully engaged in your own life, offline and undistracted. FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's that subtle ache in your chest when you see a group photo of friends at a dinner you weren't invited to. It's the frustration when everyone's talking about a trend you didn't catch. The pressure when your feed is filled with highlight after highlight, and you're just sitting there in your pajamas, wondering if your life is even remotely interesting. And it creeps up so quietly, doesn't it? You open your phone to relax, and within seconds, you're comparing your whole life to someone else's best 5 seconds. But let me tell you something that will shift everything. Being present beats being popular, every single time. We've been conditioned to believe that if we're not in the loop, we're falling behind. But here's the truth, being constantly in the loop means you're constantly out of your life. You're tuned into everyone else's story while your own is slipping by. You're so busy watching them live, you're not actually living and that realization hits hard when it finally sinks in that your moments, your mornings, your meals, your laughter, your pain, your love, they're all happening in real time, with or without your attention. So, what are you really missing? I had to learn this the hard way. After losing my legs, after going through unimaginable pain, and then rebuilding my life from the ground up, I realized something shocking. Even after all that, FOMO still found me . Can you believe that? Even as someone who had been through the unimaginable and found strength I never knew I had, I still had moments where I felt left out, not enough, unseen. And that's when I knew this fear doesn't care about your reality. It only feeds on your distraction . But presence, presence is your armor. It's your power. When you're present, FOMO can't touch you. Try it just for one day. Choose presence. Choose to be where your feet are. Choose to look up instead of down. Have a conversation without checking your phone halfway through. Watch the sky. Listen when someone talks. Taste your food. Feel your breath. Sounds simple, but I promise you asterisk it's revolutionary asterisk. Because in that stillness, you start to hear yourself again. You remember that your life is not a story that needs likes, it's a miracle that needs attention. And the irony, the more present you are, the more fulfilled you become. Suddenly, you're not anxious about what others are doing, because you're deeply connected to what asterisk you're asterisk doing. You stop comparing because you're too busy asterisk experiencing asterisk. And let me tell you, no social media post, no filter, no viral trend can replace the richness of a moment asterisk, fully lived asterisk. That's what you've been craving. Not more content, more asterisk connection asterisk. Not more updates, more asterisk awareness asterisk. And that's something you can only access in the asterisk now asterisk. You were never meant to be everywhere at once. You were meant to be asterisk here asterisk, fully, wildly, imperfectly, gloriously. And when you start showing up for your real life like it actually matters, something incredible happens. You stop fearing what you're missing, and you start asterisk falling in love asterisk with what you have. That's not just powerful, that's freedom. That's peace. That's where your confidence grows, not from the outside in, but from the inside asterisk, out asterisk. Let me know if you want this adapted into a stage monologue F, inspirational short film script F, or digital journal reflection prompt F. Replace, don't just remove a detox, is sustainable only when you replace screen time with soul time, creativity, movement, stillness, nature, and real conversation. Here's the biggest mistake we make when we try to detox from social media. We only focus on what we're removing, not what we're asterisk replacing asterisk, and then we wonder why we feel empty, bored, anxious, or like we're crawling out of our skin. Of course we feel that way because we've taken away the numbing agent, but haven't filled that space with asterisk, anything asterisk that truly nourishes us. Listen to me carefully. You don't just need less screen time. You need more asterisk soul asterisk time. When you take away the endless scrolling, what shows up? Space. And that space can either feel terrifying or asterisk, sacred asterisk, depending on what you choose to do with it. You see, you can't just remove the thing that numbed your mind. You have to reawaken the things that asterisk move your spirit asterisk. You have to asterisk rediscover yourself asterisk, and I mean it. When was the last time you danced alone in your room just because you felt alive? When did you last sit down and write something for asterisk you asterisk, not for likes? When did you last go outside and breathe like you were meant to, slowly, fully, freely? You have to replace mindless noise with mindful rituals. That could be journaling, reading a book that makes your heart race, learning an instrument, trying a new recipe, calling an old friend, planting something in the ground and watching it grow. Asterisk create instead of consume asterisk. Move your body in ways that feel like celebration, not punishment. Speak aloud your thoughts and let them float in the room instead of shoving them behind a screen. You're not just doing a digital detox, you're doing a asterisk soul revival asterisk. Let me tell you what happens when you start replacing screen time with soul time. You begin to remember who you are, and it's beautiful. You remember that you're not just someone who scrolls, you're someone who asterisk feels asterisk. You're not just someone who reacts, you're someone who asterisk creates asterisk. You're not just watching the world happen, you're asterisk a part of it asterisk. You get back in touch with your heartbeat, your values, your curiosity. That's where your power comes back. That's when life starts to feel real again. And look, this isn't about becoming some perfect morning, routine green, juice, drinking guru overnight. Please, this is about doing one intentional thing each day that feeds you in a way no algorithm ever could. One little shift at a time. Light a candle instead of your phone screen before bed. Take a walk without headphones. Make a playlist of music that makes your soul asterisk sing asterisk. Get lost in a project that has no purpose other than to make you feel asterisk alive asterisk. You deserve that. You asterisk need asterisk that, because here's the raw truth: the things you think you need your phone for, half of them are distractions from the very life you say you want to build. You say you want peace, but you're feeding chaos. You say you want purpose, but you're wasting hours. You say you want connection, but you're avoiding conversation. And that's not a judgment, that's an invitation. You are capable of so much more. You just need to remember what your spirit asterisk actually asterisk craves. So don't just delete an app. Asterisk replace it asterisk. Don't just avoid scrolling. Asterisk choose something meaningful instead asterisk. Build a routine that you're excited to wake up to. Fill your days with people, places, and practices that refill your soul instead of draining it. That's the difference between a detox that fades out in 3 days and a transformation that lasts a lifetime. Let me know. If you'd like this styled into a guided daily routine F, motivational voiceover script F, or 30. Day challenge outline F. Start small. Win big. A detox doesn't have to be extreme. Start with an hour, then a day. It's not about perfection. It's about reclaiming control, one choice at a time. We live in a world that worships extremes. All or nothing, off or on. Detox means delete everything. Throw your phone in a drawer, live in silence, and pretend you don't miss it. But guess what? That's not realistic. And more importantly, it's not necessary. You don't need to make some dramatic exit from the digital world to take your power back. You just need to asterisk start small asterisk. Start with one decision, one boundary, one brave moment of saying, I'm choosing myself today. That's how real, lasting change begins. You don't climb a mountain in a single leap. You take the first step, and then another, and then another, and before you know it, you've created a path you never thought you could walk. So if the idea of a social media detox feels overwhelming, I want you to breathe. Because you don't have to quit cold turkey. You just have to asterisk be intentional asterisk. Instead of checking your phone first thing in the morning, try waiting 10 minutes. Just 10. Do something else. Stretch. Pray. Sit with your coffee and your thoughts. That's a detox. That counts. That's a victory. It's not about being perfect. It's about being asterisk, present asterisk, and being present takes practice. It takes honesty. You might mess up. You might go a few days without scrolling and then fall back into a spiral. That's okay. You're human. You're rewiring habits that were asterisk, designed asterisk to keep you hooked. Don't expect perfection. Celebrate progress. You went 1 day with an hour of no social media. Celebrate that. You turned off notifications for the apps that pull you in the most. That's strength. You said no to picking up your phone during dinner. That's a asterisk win asterisk. Stack those wins. Let me tell you something from experience. Small shifts can change everything. When I started setting boundaries with my own screen time, I didn't feel free right away. At first, I felt uncomfortable, anxious, like I was missing something. But that discomfort, that was the part of me that had gotten too used to being distracted. And once I sat through it, asterisk really asterisk sat through it, I found something underneath that was powerful beyond words. I found presence. I found peace. I found creativity I hadn't touched in years, and it all started with one small decision. So if you're wondering whether you can do this, yes, you can. You absolutely can. You're stronger than you think. You don't have to be the person who never touches social media. You just have to be the person who asterisk chooses asterisk to show up for their life, one moment at a time. One choice at a time. You get to say, I'm not going to let a screen decide how I feel today. You get to say, I'm going to be where my feet are, even if it's just for this hour. An asterisk, that asterisk is where the shift happens. Start with a 5-minute detox. Then maybe it becomes 10. Then maybe you decide you don't need to check your phone after 8 p.m. Then maybe Sundays become sacred, no screens, just stillness. Maybe you start journaling your feelings instead of tweeting them. Maybe you walk without music. Maybe you reconnect with parts of yourself that have been quiet for far too long. And none of it has to be extreme to be effective. You're not proving anything to anyone. You're asterisk, reclaiming asterisk, something for asterisk, you asterisk. You don't need a grand gesture to create a new story. You need a beginning, a small, steady, committed beginning. That's how confidence is built. That's how clarity returns. That's how your mind, your body, your heart begins to trust you again. So give yourself that gift not someday, but today. Start small and watch how big your life becomes. Let me know if you'd like a printable habit tracker F5, minute daily detox planner F, or morning ritual template F to go with this.